I do. What do I do?
I think it's the intro.
It's the intro? What do I say?
Welcome to...
Welcome to Poor Boy Crypto. Oh no, Bitcoin's under $62,000. What do I do? Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, home of the BitSquad, the largest and greatest crypto community in all the interwebs. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in crypto. If you like money and crypto, then make sure to hit that subscribe button. Can you make the text smaller on the YouTube chat? Because I like to see more of those. I will tell you when. Is Evergrande an issue? Well, if they're grands forever, why would that be an issue? Yeah, smaller. There. That's good. Am I wearing pajamas? It kind of looks like I'm wearing pajamas. Can we get a different color in the background? Or you like the green today? It's red today.
Well, we want to have positive thoughts, right?
We want to have positive vibes today.
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to be live every single day at 11:36 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as you guys know. Today is Friday, October 22nd, which we usually see sell-offs on Fridays, so no reason to get worried. It's a perfect 73 degrees in here. I'm actually drinking an energy drink today. Don't tell Dr. Deb. Here, funny story, Dr. Deb. She gave me a list of all these places to eat in Boston because she goes up there. I think she said her sister lives up there. So she gave me this place to go eat these lobster rolls. And she was like, you just got to eat them. You know, I know it's not good for the diet. You got to eat them. And the clam chowder, you know. So I go and I did. And I took an Instagram picture of it, which lobster rolls in Boston. I could live in Boston. I could. They were so good. So I took the Instagram picture and somebody in the comments said, Dr. Deb wouldn't approve of that. Well, guys, Dr. Deb gave me the place to go. So it's good. I love Dr. Deb. She's great. People saying, is Solana going to pass Cardano's market cap? I mean, it very well could. I mean, looking at the numbers, look at that here in a little bit. But it's going really, really, really good right now for Solana. And we're a lot of stuff in the green today. Very interesting. We'll look at the market here in just a second. But guys, things today. Let's see. TJ fired, DZ fired. Who is next, Ben? Who do you think, Nick? Who should we fire next?
Who should we fire next? I mean,
gotta be Allison, right?
Allison.
Kill the assistant.
Yeah.
She had a good run.
Yeah.
Brought her on the show. She didn't like being on the show. We're like, Allison, you know, if you can't come on and be, you know, bubbly on personality. In all seriousness, we love Allison. We love Allison. No, I do. I love Allison. Allison is the greatest assistant that has ever existed in the history of assistants. If Allison were to quit or leave BitBoy Crypto, just so you know, the whole show would fall apart. I'd have to retire. I couldn't do it without her. She's gonna bring me water here in just a little bit. She brings me little 4-ounce bottles of water at the top of every hour. Now it's a new thing we're doing. Okay, let's go. They want me fired now. Is what they're saying. Yeah, guys? Who is winning? Who's going to the World Series? Who's going? I just found out really excited that if we do win to Saturday or Sunday, we do go to the World Series. I mean, we're brave, so we're Atlanta, you know. We got 2 home games though. We should win one of them, I believe. Then the World Series will be here Friday, Saturday, Sunday of next week. So that won't really affect the show or affect anything, which is pretty good. So I don't know where they bought this shirt at. I'm not sure. Don't fire Marcy. I would never. Where's Marcy been? Has Marcy been in here?
I haven't seen her.
And where is Mel G? Where's Mel G? She said she wanted to be a. She said she wanted to be a mod. So if you see, it's MELL. One of the L's looks like an I. If you see her in here,
Okay.
We're gonna make her a mod today.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
Facebook.
We're live on Facebook right now.
Yes.
We are live on Facebook right now. We are. You know what they call that, Nick? Being in the belly of the beast. We are in the belly of the beast right now. We are in Facebook. We are. You know, keep your friends closer, keep your enemies closer. So. All right, well, let's go ahead here. Now, get that Hector out of here. Get Hector. You don't really actually remove him. You can keep it up.
Hector, no.
Yeah, Nick was literally going to like block him from the channel for saying, let's go Dodgers. That's how much we love the Braves here. Okay, let's go ahead and get started here. First and foremost, guys, 1.31 million subscribers. Have we not ticked up yet? Can you show the screen? We're about to tick up. We're ticking up any moment now. So
Yeah.
we're going to be 1.32 here pretty soon. Don't forget, guys, we are on Twitter's verse, 606.6K, almost an evil number. But let's see. Yeah, make sure you get that hypno chode for the Q&A. All right, so don't forget, follow us on TikTok, 2.7 million followers. Made a nice little TikTok, not last night. My phone was almost dead, so I couldn't do one. Or follow us on Instagram, 311,000. We're growing really quick over there. And then, of course, this is my personal one. I haven't taken any pictures in here in about a week, but we'll do some here in the next couple of days. Pretty excited about this account. This is where I take non-crypto photos. All right, here we go, guys. We've got $2.54 trillion in market cap. $110 billion. We got Bitcoin dominance at 45.5%. We got ETH dominance at 18.7%. ETH gas at 95 Gwei, which means that it would take you 47 and a half Paraguays to send that. You guys know how I'm so good at math is because every single day my alarm clock goes off. I have to solve 8 complicated math problems before my alarm will go off.
Whoa.
Yeah, were you aware of this?
No, I was not. Is that a?
Yeah, so I think it's called Alarmy, and I've got it. So basically, it's 8. It's a single number times a double-digit number plus a double-digit number, and I've got to do 8 of those, and I can do them so fast now. It's really made me a lot better at math. So yeah, that's what's going on with that. We've got Ethereum back under 4K. How about that? How sad? How sad. But I want to go back, Nick. I want to go back up to this Bitcoin dominance number because I want to get your opinion on this. If you guys didn't know, Nick is our what's your title here at BitBoy Crypto?
It varies by the day. I think now I'm board operator.
Board operator. What's your usual title?
Head of content development.
Head of content development here at BitBoy Crypto. And so you see a lot of stuff. You do a lot of research. This Bitcoin dominance number here, 45.5%. I thought it was going to go back up to 55%. Where do you think the top is until altcoin season really kicks in?
Well, I would have to say I can see Bitcoin dominance not reaching 55%.
Yeah.
Because Ethereum and XRP are probably going to jump up out of nowhere and just take its ceiling has lowered as this bull run has extended. The ceiling for Bitcoin dominance has lowered.
Does Nick trade or invest from Pun Any Vamper?
Do I trade or invest?
Does Nick trade or invest?
Yeah,
he does.
But I'm not a trader.
Yeah, I know he's no Benedict Arnold. I'll tell you that.
No.
He ever stabs me in the back.
No. Dead.
I think the top for Bitcoin dominance now. I'm changing. I'm changing based on seeing the momentum of this dominance, and with the big move that we went up, it still was not able to get to 50%. I thought we would see 55% again in this cycle. I now believe we will not see 50%. It could be 49.9, but I do not believe we will see 50% or up here on Bitcoin dominance. Other coins are just getting, Solana, Solana, especially right now, Binance Coin, they're having really big pumps for the last couple of weeks. Solana's at $215.
Jeez.
Crushing it. Absolutely crushing it. So yeah, so let's go ahead and check out the top gainers of the day here. We do have 22.3% here.
Yeah. Thank you, Naomi.
Who's that?
Naomi was pumping Thorchain on Fox News.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. On Fox Business or
Fox Business?
Fox Business. OKB 19.17%, Solana 17.25%, Avalanche 14.27%. I do believe Avalanche will end up in the top 10 here. We got Daniel Stevens says ADA has hit its all-time high already. Literally 0% chance that's true. So, I'm sorry about that, Daniel. You just got to go back to the drawing board, learn a little bit more about the market cycles, and then come back with a more educated response. No offense to you, Daniel. Seemed like a good guy. I don't think he's trying to troll or anything. Somebody said BitBoy versus Ted DiBiase.
Who?
Ted DiBiase. You don't know who that is?
No, I don't.
$1 Million Man?
I know the $6 Million Man.
No, this is the wrestler. Let's see here. Oh, you remember he used to take on, he used to get the things with the IRS man.
Yeah.
What was his name? His name was IRS?
Something like that.
Oh, man, that was crucial. He had the little guy, Virgil, would follow him. I'm going to say this. I believe that today I could take Ted DiBiase.
I think wrestlers who have small assistants that follow them around are the best wrestlers.
I agree. I mean, Undertaker and Paul Bearer. I mean, You can't. Paul Bearer, the greatest of all time, obviously, I would say. Right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And number 2, Jimmy Hart. It's got to be. So.
Yeah.
BitBoy versus Virgil. Virgil could take me today. I think I could take Ted DiBiase. Jake the Snake could also probably take me. He's very large.
Yeah.
He's very large. He's very.
Well, and he
he's
had
been doing that DDP yoga.
Yeah. Well, he had an assistant, the Snake.
The Snake. What a great, bit that was. So
it's incredible.
All right, back to the markets though. Here, back to the markets. Theta up, Terra up, Elron up. God, Elron at almost $300. Serum crushing it. Zilliqa up. I mean, there's a lot of good movers today, and that's why. You know what's really interesting is I was actually taking. You can leave that one up there. That's our friend Itzy Boss. I looked at our portfolio today, and it's up, and I'm like, how is it up? Well, Solana is a big part of that. But Bitcoin dominance has been dropping while the price has been dropping, which means altcoins have been increasing in dominance while many of them have been rising. And so that's balancing out and helping our portfolio move forward, even though Bitcoin is down today. Itzy Boss says, BitBoy, what's it like being the man? Well, I'll tell you, I always thought I was the man, even when I wasn't. So that's a hard thing to answer, Look, being at the top of crypto, it certainly is. We get a lot of arrows in the back. You seen the astronaut with all the arrows in his back? Have you seen that one, Nick?
Yeah.
Let me pull it up. Let me show the people. This is how it feels to be me sometimes.
Is it the soldier?
No.
Oh, like protecting.
Let's see if I can find it.
Is safe search on?
No. Well, probably. Astronaut.
I thought it was a soldier.
Crypto astronaut. Well, no, there's one that's let's see. There's one that's an astronaut that's got arrows on his back, and I can't find it now. I wish I could find it. It's one of the greatest memes ever. That's how it feels. I wish I could show it to you. So there is, what's that one, a cowboy? Cowboy arrows meme? No. There's one that's the wolf. What about the wolf one? The wolf with all the arrows in its back?
I don't know. I'm
never
not
seen
familiar
that
with
one?
these memes. No.
It's because I constantly live with all these arrows in my back, so I always notice them. Here it is.
Oh, whoa.
This is kind of what it is right here, guys.
Okay. Yeah.
Life does not get easier. You just get stronger. That's me when I first started crypto, when I got my first negative comment. This is me now. So we'll go ahead and take them. They said I'm actually gold dust. I'll be honest with y'all. I could talk wrestling all day, every day. And I'll tell you this, Austin Riley, who plays for the Braves, his song he comes out to is Austin 316.
Oh, really?
Where's my 316? It's in there.
Oh,
love that shirt. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Why does it keep starting over?
Because I'm messing up, Ben. Thanks for calling me out.
I didn't want to point it out. I don't want to give you the arrow in the back.
It's okay. I deserve it because I messed up.
Let's do it.
Q&A?
Yep.
All right, here we go. The Q's and the A's. You know what the other thing I messed up is when I copy and pasted, I didn't do the name.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
That's a
No
faux
name
pas.
today.
That's a faux pas. So
Anonymous questions.
Anonymous. I know, it's terrible. The top 3 are from Twitch. You haven't said the word deflation or black swan event in a while. Do you still believe it's coming in the fall?
Yeah, absolutely. Deflation is the black swan event. So here's the thing about it, though. And I did get some clarification on this because I've never actually seen a deflationary period in my lifetime. I don't think so in the United States. So I don't know what this is like when we do move over to this. So I got some clarification on this. I specifically asked, is there a day when everybody wakes up and says, oh my gosh, we're in deflation? No, that's not what's going to happen. It's going to be a slow, gradual thing. I mean, it's going to be gradually and then quickly, I guess is a good way to say it.
Yeah.
Now, this is going to start in the fall, but it may actually be January or February before people look back and they say, oh, that wasn't a blip. That wasn't just 2 months where we went down and the inflation numbers dropped and switched over to deflation. It's a trend. It may be January or February before people realize that that's what's going on. But yes, that is the black swan event. That is the thing that's going to totally wreck our economy. It is the thing that's going to totally wreck the stock market. I don't know. I don't have timeline on when those things get wrecked. Maybe the deflation takes until next year to mess up the stock market. I don't know, but I assume maybe at the end of this year, we are going to see some effects of that. But deflation is coming, and this is going to be one of those things. When this happens, you know, a lot of people are going to be like, "What does this guy know? How does this guy know this?" That's what they're going to be saying. So,
do you think the supply chain issues are going to exacerbate deflation?
no, the supply chain issues are all because of climate change, right?
No.
That's what I read on Yahoo. You can't make this stuff up. You really can't. I read, it's like supply chain issues are going to cause food shortages and people are going to starve. And I was like, oh man, that's like real soon. It's happening. I mean, we're seeing supply chain problems right now. What's going on? They're like, because of climate change.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's actually not it, you idiots, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so, look, I don't know what the answer to that question is. I don't know if we will see those types of things to where we will see the people starving or, you know, look, in America, people aren't going to starve. The people that are not starving already is in people that are in extreme poverty or homeless or whatever the situation may be. If you're not already in that group, I don't think you're probably going to starve. I think, you know, it may be like, this is more the way I see it. Instead of shopping at Publix, we might be more like shopping at Aldi. And let me explain to you the difference. Publix, okay, or Kroger, or those are the ones around here or wherever you're at. It might be a Harris Teeter. Is that a grocery store? Harris Teeter or
Ralph's.
Save Right?
Safeway.
There you go. Those are some ones we don't really have here, but I know people use. When you go to a grocery store like that, you have options for everything. If you want Pop-Tarts, there's not only different flavors, but you got like 4 different brands you can choose from. You got your regular Pop-Tarts, you got your generic brand, then you have another brand. You want ketchup? They got 39 different kinds of ketchup, right? At Aldi, there's like one of everything, okay? So there's one brand of ketchup, one kind of ketchup, and that's it. I can see it kind of like that where you may have to buy hot dogs instead of filet mignon at the grocery store, but you're still going to eat. What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, I think this is going to continue the trend of Americans learning the value of saving and the value of the decisions that they've made in their life.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a different Thanksgiving. And, you know, when Joe Biden has to call the port of Brandon, when he has to call the port of LA and beg them to stay open 24 hours to get all the stuff done, like there's no control there.
Yeah.
So anyways. Next question. By the way, real quick, Facebook, we really appreciate that you guys are here. We need everyone to smash those likes. We're at, how many likes are we at right now? We're at 1,389 likes. Ooh. So let's get it to 2,000 folks on YouTube. And then on Facebook, right now we're at 9,032.
Well, if everybody could do us a favor, stop what you're doing. If you're watching on mobile, go out of the mobile chat, out of the live chat, hit the like button for us. It really genuinely helps. Then come back. If you're watching on a smart TV, bottom left-hand corner of the screen, more actions, more options, hit react, and then like the video. It's the #1 thing you can do to help the Bit Squad.
Beautiful. Hey guys, have you looked into the Algorand DeFi yet? It's blowing up.
Have not. Don't know anything about it. I mean, I know Algorand DeFi is happening.
Yep.
It's something that we can start checking out, but right now we are not in that.
BitBoy, what's your Solana position?
They want to know my exact Solana position. I did reveal it just a couple of weeks ago, or last week, actually, it was. You guys like that we show our whole portfolio? You guys like that? I'm sure you guys do. Nobody else does it. There's a reason for that. Okay, so right now, Solana is our 5th biggest holding. It is catching up on, it's almost going to pass DOT again. We have basically 8,000 sold, 7,999 sold for a total position of $2.209 million. Yeah. Now, a lot of those other coins we have $1 million in, we were, you know, put almost $1 million in. I can't remember exactly what we put in Solana. I think it was only like $50,000.
Oh man,
it's outrageous what it has done.
Oh yeah.
You said they missed TJ. Is that a shot at Nick?
Hey, look, I missed TJ.
Glad somebody around here does.
Yeah. Polygon price prediction, but I'm assuming for this bull run.
Well, we love Poly. We love Poly people here at the channel. I'm not wearing a pineapple shirt, but we do love Poly people. What I would say for a price prediction, I mean, I think I've said, like, look, for these coins that are in the $1 to $2 range, which Polygon is right now coming in at, God, where is it? There it is, number 21, $1.53. I mean, I can easily see it getting anywhere between $8 to $10. So for sure. Yeah, and Dapper Crypto saying, buy the dip, buy the effing dip, what he says. Let's go Brandon right after that. So, look, I think buying the dip is smart here. I think this is kind of, we had a drop the other day, yesterday, it dropped down to 61, bounced back up to 60.55, bounced back to 61 today. I can see another violent move upwards, and we'll look at the charts here. Let's go ahead and actually move to the charts.
Hey, look at that.
Hey, well, before we move to the charts,
what?
You need to show this here.
What?
Yeah. This is our B pool, as you guys can see here. This is our Cardano staking pool. We have, how much is in here? Does it say? About 5 million total stake in Cardano. Look, we had some problems with this when we were upgrading. Here's the note here. Our pool is now minting blocks again. Thank you for patience and sticking with us. This had to do with the smart contract change. The official link to staking with us is on bitboycrypto.com. You can go to bitboycrypto.com/deals. And at the top here is access to get to our pool. And then if you go to, let's see, there is a link. You can, once you get to this page, you can get to the link that will take you to the actual page that shows you how to do everything. No, TJ did not quit. He's on vacation today, so he'll be back on Monday. But the thing is that because we had a problem with the pool for, I don't know, it took us a couple weeks to get this fixed, I think. We're actually lowering the fees to the bare minimum that Cardano requires. We're going to run that for a while so you guys can get more of your returns back. Because, I mean, we were very upset about, what happened. But you got to understand, these are complicated to run. They're very complicated to run. So I do want to share that with you guys, bitboycrypto.com/deals. Now, also at bitboycrypto.com/deals, if you want to check out ByBit, we got the new deposit bonus, $3,500. FeeMex, I'm doing a $1,600 deposit bonus. We do have a video on FeeMex coming out soon if you guys do want to trade. Market Cipher is on there as well. So let's check out Market Cipher. I think it is very important here as we look at the weekly chart for us to rebound. I think it is very important for us to rebound. It's not necessarily detrimental, okay, if it doesn't rebound. But when we look back here at this wick that we're at right now, I mean, it looks, well, Allison, there she, oh, we missed her, Allison. We talked about you earlier on the screen. She brought me my 4 ounces of water I have to take every hour to make sure I'm getting hydrated. So, guys, could you excuse me for a moment? Okay. Thanks for taking me off the camera at that point. I didn't want them to see me drinking that. Thank you. So anyways, when you look back here, this, you know what this looks like? This circle that I drew? This actually looks like the honeybee from Cheerios. His head, doesn't it?
You mean, yeah, I thought it was like an alien.
Yeah. So anyways, I think it's important for us to close this wick. We don't want to end the week with a really big wick like this on the weekly chart. Usually that is a bearish symbol. If you look at any time we've had a large wick, but I'm going to say this. I already know what's coming. I already know what's happening, but ultimately in the next few months, couple of months. So I don't care if we have a big wick or not. I don't care if we go down for a week. It doesn't matter to me. I still know that we're ultimately going back up. No question about it. So let's go to the daily chart and see what we have going on there. Daily chart, we're getting down into the thick of the EMA ribbon here. It looks like we are taking a little turn to the downside. The money flow down here from the beginning of September kind of peaked out. We have not been able to return to that same level. We're not dramatically far beneath it, but we are underneath it right now. Now, really, if you're looking at the daily chart for anything encouraging to show us like, hey, it looks like we're about to pop, looks like we're about to move, we don't really have that. But when you look back in August and you kind of start seeing the way that these patterns existed, you will notice that it was pretty consistent for us to get, 3-4 red days in a row before we had some dramatic moves to the upside. Now, of course, here we had this really big drop, and then it dropped down a little bit lower. We're just kind of running, we're just kind of running out of time in this bull run. for us not to get parabolic action. I think we will probably, if you want to ask my honest opinion of what I think that we are going to see over the next few days, I think we're going to see generally sideways action to down action over the weekend. I don't expect it to go, down to 55 or anything like that. It may just be 59. I mean, we're at 60,500 right now, but I expect Monday is when the bulls return and push us back up. Because look, we've been looking at this chart in terms of how this area here, about how this area here relates to this here. But really, in reality, at this point, we should really be looking at this as its own little phase over here and looking at this bullish run here. Right now, we've got 10,400 viewers. We got 2,800 likes. If you guys could do us a favor, make sure to smash that like button and help us out. I think we can get at least to 5,500 likes. Mason says, the Fed says inflation will continue. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. They did say that.
They've never been wrong.
They've never been wrong. They never mislead you. The Fed never misleads you. I want you to think about the statement that you're saying right now. You're saying, you idiots, why don't you trust the government and what they told us? That's literally what you're saying when you say that. So, interesting. See a sexy lady in the chat. Cannot reveal reveal who it is.
Move on.
Gotta move on. Okay. All right. So, we still got 48 seconds left of this. I guess we can check out the Ethereum chart here, see what's going on.
Razmataz says we are matching the 2017 fractal on the daily.
We are matching the 27. Well, then that's more fun to look at.
Yay.
We can't get 2017 on this chart. We need to go to the Coinbase chart in order to get to 2017 on the daily. So let's kind of look at that here. Come back in, look for clues on what we might be seeing. These tiny little bitty numbers of like $10,000, $7,600. Whew, God, I love it when a plan comes together. When I look back at this chart, all I can think about is how right we've been since this point in time. How right that we've been for being in crypto and sticking with this when this thing peaked out at 20,000 and everybody told us it was over. So pretty interesting. But we're matching the daily. Okay, look at this here. So this is pretty interesting. What are you looking at on this chart, Nick? What are you seeing here that made you go,
Hang on, go back. Zoom out a little bit more.
Zoom out a little bit more.
I just like the way it looks.
I'm looking like right here, I'm looking right here and saying like, wow, okay, this was well, that's a big pullback. That's 30%. We're not seeing that big, I don't think.
Oh, but is that what happened during the summer?
No, that's November.
No, I'm saying for us. Is this analogous to what happened during the summer?
Well, I think what he's saying, if we're matching the daily, I think what he's saying is that, we're matching the same patterns that we saw. Oh, so it could be right here. We could be right here. Yeah, we could be right there, actually. If that were the case, let's see here. That means we would have seen a 41% upswing followed by a 30% correction. That would be crazy. But this would mean we would kind of return this over here. The all-time high back then was $6,200. So pretty interesting. I mean, guys, look, we all remember this as one big swing up, but it wasn't. I mean, you look at some of these drops, they were very dramatic. And if you're looking for a little hopium with a giant wick, like look at that wick on that daily.
Hey.
It still turned out to be extremely bullish. It took about 4 or 5 days to recover. It takes, when you really look at this chart, you understand it really takes about 4 to 7 days to really recover from some of these, big drops like we just had. So I'm still a little disappointed that we did go back beneath the all-time high of $65,000. I would have liked to have kept that at support. But I'm telling you, I had people asking me if the bull runs over after one fall after you hit $67,000.
Come on.
Like, guys.
Are you new here?
They are new here.
Oh, okay.
And it really is. I mean, I tell you what would be really interesting is if I could create a clone of myself that was around in 2017. And like, I had to try to like to minister and educate my own self the way I thought and behaved in crypto in 2017. Because I would have slapped myself in the face over and over and over again. You know, like whatever that meme is with the guy with the glove where it just goes back and forth and back and forth. That's what I would have done, because I would have been asking stupid questions like that. Martin Gagnon says he lost 11K yesterday. I lost $1 million this morning. But did I really lose it? Did you really lose it? Did you sell? If you sold, you lost it.
Yeah.
If not, who cares? Who cares? Yep. Okay, so let's see.
China.
We're getting a lot of this Cardano FUD today, which means, hey, Cardano is getting ready to pump massively.
Yeah,
absolutely. I'm seeing so much stuff in the chat, very similar to what we saw from Polygon and VeChain a couple weeks ago, and then they went on big runs. Seeing the same thing from Cardano today. So I would tell you, watch out. Next week, Cardano is probably going to pump massively. So, all right, let's move on. Here we go. Chinese media silence is deafening as Bitcoin soars towards $70,000. So, as Bitcoin continues its meteoric price rise, dragging the rest of the market with it, the news has been making front pages the world over. Everywhere, that is, except China, where the price leap has been met with walls of stony silence. Is that a Great Wall of China joke, you think?
I would hope so.
I hope so. If it's not, then they missed a really good opportunity there. Oh, did you hear about Alec Baldwin? Surely you heard about this.
I know people on that set.
Wow.
That's
a terribly sad story. I read about it this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, on set, he shot someone and killed someone on accident when something misfired.
And the bullet went through the director of photography and hit the director.
Yeah. Yeah, the director he's okay, though. But the director of photography is the one that got killed, I believe, right?
Yes, she is dead.
Very sad story. Very sad. You guys know Nick is very involved in Yollywood.
Yeah.
A search for crypto on Baidu, the Middle Kingdom's biggest search engine, returns precious little in the way of Bitcoin price news. What searches do produce, however, is a glut of news reported about crypto scams, token-hungry dating app-based catfishing schemes, police crackdowns, and efforts to fight the polluting effects of crypto mining. Because, you know, those Chinese so concerned, the CCP, so concerned about climate change. Let's see. So here we go. We basically got, I mean, can you believe China is censoring stuff? It's amazing, isn't it?
When did they start doing that?
I mean, I think banning Bitcoin and banning crypto mining was actually the beginning of them deciding to, you know, crack down on censorship.
Yeah. I mean, they've only just started banning Bitcoin, right?
I'm built like cotton from King of the Hill.
If he's cotton, then TJ's Boomhauer.
Digital Currency Group authorized to buy $1 billion worth of GBTC shares. Wow. Crypto investment firm Digital Currency Group has upped its authorization to purchase GBTC shares from $750 million to $1 billion. That was on Wednesday. It said it plans to use cash on hand. Speaking of CCP, am I right? To fund the purchases, and it will make the purchases on the open market at management's discretion. There is CCP Barry. What was your nickname for him?
Oh, I had a
Barry Slimebert.
Yeah,
Barry Slimebert. Digital Currency Group announced its plan to increase purchases of GBTC. Let's see. I doubt they'll ever fire back at me because they know I actually have the real information on them. So, because they know all the stuff I say is true. Let's go, Brandon. Yeah. The firm stressed, however, the authorization doesn't obligate to make the purchase at a specific time, and it can be extended, modified, or discontinued. Well, what a coincidence here. What a coincidence. What a coincidence. We get this story to where they're not obligated to buy at a specific date and a specific time. And now we got the price of Bitcoin dumping. It's a little weird, isn't it? A little weird. I would say whenever the Digital Currency Group does this buy, which will probably be in the next few days, I would think it may be today. That would be the time to really go in hard. Bitcoin price flash crashed by $87,000 or 87% to $8,000 on Binance US yesterday. We covered this last night on the crypto wrap-up show at the end of the day. This was so insane. Did you see this? Binance flash crash?
The wick was like a mile long.
Yeah, here it is. Look at that. What in the world?
Did you buy?
Did I buy? No, I did not. We don't really set buy orders like that. I mean, we don't really go around to different exchanges like, well, if it falls this low, let's buy this or let's do this. It's more like when we decide to buy stuff, we just sell out of what we're in and buy it. You know what I mean? We're not really that concerned about, look, what's really the difference between buying at, $60,000 and buying at $50,000? Yeah, it's like, 20%. But when you're buying as much as we do and you're moving stuff around as much as we do, I'm not really that worried. We make so much money in crypto, it's, it's negligible. But yeah, somebody probably got a buy at $8,000. Let's see this story. Does it say anybody actually got the buy? And what traders call a scam wick. Now, this is not a leverage trading exchange. So, now here's what was really interesting from this. What I read last night is that this was actually a trading algorithm from an institution that caused this. It was an institutional trader on Binance US who had a trading algorithm that somehow got out of whack and caused that.
Wow.
That's insane.
So, wow. You just like fat fingered a decimal point or something.
Yeah. Well, if anybody got orders filled, then it was certainly them. If Michael Saylor has billions bought at 30K, there's no way it ever goes under 20K again. I don't think that's necessarily true. Michael Saylor is not privy to what goes on in the market. He's a little bit outside of it.
He's not the whale that you think he is. He's a whale.
He is a whale. He's a whale. He's a whale. He's got a lot of Bitcoin, but he's not necessarily someone that controls the price. So whether he bought at 30K or not, that doesn't mean that people are not going to send it down low. So, but look, I think we could see it go below $20,000 in a bear market, depending on how high it goes. If it goes, and I've been told, look, I've been giving you guys the $100,000 range is when the breaks hit. I got some more clarification on this. I said, do you think there's any chance it goes above? Like, how far above can it possibly go? And the numbers I've been giving you line up with what I was reassured the other day. It could go up to possibly 120K at the very highest. It could, but that would be, the momentum of the retail trader pushing it that far. It could go up that high. We're still looking to scale out around 100, 110 maybe at the highest. Yeah. So am I happy today? I'm happy every single day.
Every day.
Happy every day.
He has a Lambo.
I don't lose. All right, you want
to move on?
Yeah, let's do it. Here we go.
Oops. Oh, God.
Houston's $5 billion firefighter retirement fund buys $25 million worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum, which reminds me, by the way, of another fund that that I found out about. Have you ever heard of the Ontario Teachers Fund?
Mm-hmm.
You have?
I've heard about it. I think I heard the story.
Yeah, I didn't know. They have like $250 million under management or something like that.
Those teachers,
they got a lot of money.
So living the high life.
Well, it all has to do with the Canadian banks. I didn't realize, I guess, until the other day, I got some insight on the Canadian banks. Not only are they an avenue for the CCP to get into the United States, and they work with the CCP quite closely, they actually are the heart of the financial cartel. Like 5 out of the top 50 banks are in Canada. How crazy is that?
So here's a question.
Yeah.
Why didn't Evergrande offload most of their debt to Canadian banks instead of offloading it to American banks like they did?
Well, they're probably trying to screw us.
Okay.
I would think.
In a new way?
In a new way. They're always looking for a new way to do it. They love to switch positions.
Okay.
So, but anyways.
Sometimes you got to switch positions, right?
Yeah, you have to. You got to keep it interesting. So that's what they're doing to us, trying to switch positions here. What I'd tell you is that I did want to make that point about the Canadian banks, because I certainly had, seen, I think it was either Morgan Stanley or JP Morgan is like the 15th biggest bank in the world. The biggest Canadian bank is number 5. So pretty interesting. Wow. Houston's $5 billion firefighter retirement fund. So they bought $25 million worth of Bitcoin and Ether, served 6,600 firefighters and survivors, $5.5 billion under management. The fund's CIO says the purchase represents the belief in crypto's disruptive potential. Houston Firefighters Pension Fund has gotten into crypto in a big way. The investment represents a watershed moment for Bitcoin and its place in public pensions. Excuse me. That's from NY Diggs, global head of asset management.
How do you feel about NYDIG?
I will make no comments on them today.
Got it. All right.
Look, I know a lot about them, and I know a lot about stuff. I would rather shy away from that one for right now.
Roger that.
Yeah.
All right.
That another day. We'll go into that another day.
Okay.
Look, I'll just go and tell you. I'll just go and tell you.
Twisted my arm.
Well, I had a guy from NY Dig that just reached out to me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Get him on the show.
He lives locally. He lives here.
Oh.
Yeah, he lives here. It's
All right.
ATL Dig, I guess.
Oh.
So I'm gonna be careful not to send them over the bus too much. So I'm not gonna send the bus over them too much.
Okay.
What I will say is NY Dig is a little bit on the periphery of the financial cartel. They are not actually deeply embedded into it, but they're trying to they're trying to make big waves. They want to get up to that next level, that next respect level. So I think that's what a lot of their plays in crypto are trying to move up in that world of banking and hedge funds and investments. So there you go. Ethereum's market cap jumps to $5.13.29 billion, surpassing Visa, JP Morgan, and Chase. That's pretty cool. We were looking at some of this stuff the other day, how much Ethereum has moved up. According to the total value lock, there's 104 billion, which is a big increase over the last few weeks, I believe. Any leading layer one solutions like Avalanche and Solana have also got a new high, where it says Ethereum DeFi contributes to around 45% of the whole DeFi space in crypto industry. And I think one thing going back to this story to mention that's very important, and this is why this is an Ethereum story, it's not just Bitcoin that they bought. They bought Ethereum. People are really beginning to see Ethereum in the same light that they see Bitcoin. And I think that's a very good, smart thing. And of course, here we go. Bulls fight to keep the Ethereum price above 4K. Right now, it is, let's see, that's
not there.
Let's see, is it?
It dropped.
Oh, it dropped a little bit more, 39.15. The Bulls fighting to keep it there for the expiration. ETH price failed to overcome its previous all-time high, but derivatives data signals the Bulls will try their best to keep the price above 4,000 for the short term. So usually we see people trying to push the prices down. We're going to see people try to push the price up here in a little bit. They might be disappointed because even if they are disappointed, they're likely to see $78 million profit on October 22nd's options expiry. Bears were apparently caught off guard as Ether accumulated a 35% gain month to date. Now, this is interesting. This is from Scott Melker, Wolf of All Streets. He says, my bet is we see an Ethereum futures ETF before we see a physical Bitcoin ETF. What your opinion on that?
Yes.
I agree 100%.
Yep.
I do think there's a good chance. Investor sentiment was also positively impacted by the pension fund, so that was good. Constant reduction of Ether's liquid supply is a key factor. The bears were stunned when Ethereum broke $4,000. So, look here, the bears need a sub $4,000 Ethereum to balance the scales, because the bulls have won so much the last few weeks, so much. They've been making hundreds of millions of dollars. The bears needed to balance the scale, and that explains a lot why the prices are going down. I mean, these Friday options expirations play a big role in this. So there we go. Now, what time? This is at like 5:30, right? That these close.
Yep.
I believe it's 5:30.
Is it 6:30 our time? Because Chicago's Central Time.
No, but it's 4:30 Chicago time, I believe.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, it's 5:30 our time.
Yeah. Well, let's look it up real quick.
All right.
CME hours.
By the way, Facebook, I am doing my best to cut down on the scammers that are in the Facebook chat.
Are they in the chat?
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Oh my
it's
gosh.
bad. It's bad. But look, the squad is smart, so they know what the deal is. But yeah, I'm like deleting blocking pages as fast as I can.
Bitcoin futures hours.
While we're getting you this pertinent information,
Yeah.
smash that like button. Exit out of the chat if you're on mobile. Smash up the likes. If you're on Facebook, give as many reactions as you possibly can. If you're on Twitch, I don't know what you people on Twitch do, but just keep on doing whatever you're doing. We love the basement. What is Facebook going to be now? We have the basement.
The farm.
Facebook's on the
It's got to
farm.
be the farm, right?
Yep. It's on the farm. All right.
Farmville over there.
Farmville.
Austin says, I honestly don't think Nick knows anything. What response?
I don't have to respond to that.
Oh, okay. So you don't know a response?
I'm not going to dignify it with a response.
Okay. All right. Well, I was trying to help you out, Nick.
No.
But then you kind of said like, I don't know, so I mean, it's kind of driving his point now. Look, Nick knows a lot. He knows loyalty. He knows BitBoy crypto. He knows me from top to bottom.
That's just too open-ended. Like, what do I not know about Austin?
What? Yeah. There you go, Nick. Yeah, tell him. What does he not know?
Like, be specific. Like, if you're gonna drop, like, that's probably the worst put down ever. You don't know anything. Like, what are you, 3? Get out of here.
That's a very intelligent response from a 3-year-old.
You don't know anything. My dad's bigger than your dad. Like,
yeah, take right out of him, son.
Okay.
Okay. So here are the trading hours. It's Friday or Sunday through Friday, 6 p.m. to 5 p.m. So they close at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So at 4 p.m. Central is what time they close, just so everybody knows. All right, let's move on.
Please.
Solana.
What some tiny project. Oh my gosh, no.
Gains over 26% in 2 days.
It's going to hit my prediction.
Now they're saying, let's go, Austin. Let's go, Austin.
That's right. That's right. Look what you did, Austin.
They said Nick is chill.
You done goofed. You done goofed, Austin.
All right, here we go. Solana gains over 26%. Its latest price rally comes in the wake of a new Bitcoin all-time high above $65,000. Hey, would you like to know why the price of Solana went up? I can tell you.
Tell us.
They raised like almost $1 billion.
Follow the money, folks.
Yeah. Austin says it was a joke. We're not coming down too hard on Austin.
No. See, he's trying to backpedal now.
Well, I mean, he put an LOL at the end. Isn't that like saying no offense?
No.
You know what? You are really ugly, Nick. No offense.
What?
No offense.
We all know I'm ugly.
Offense.
Look at my face. I'm like one of those animals in that Sarah McLachlan commercial. Like, will you remember?
Yeah, I think Zootopia. You're like what? An animal in Zootopia.
Oh.
Got down the rabbit hole last night.
No, dog.
Oh my gosh, I went too far down.
Lord
the rabbit
help
hole.
us. Solana.
Yeah, carrots and everything. Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Notably, price of SOL increased by more than 11% to over $196 a token. Now it's at $215. Capital rotation. Then it goes to explain some, chart reasons why it's going up. A bullish pennant trigger. Looks like we're gonna have another run up. And look, when you look at the chart, I mean, it's very clear to see we are in a breakout here for Solana. But I love it when these stories, they try to go and like explain like why it's pumping, like why from a chart perspective, like the prices are going up. Well, let's take a look here. Solana funding. Let's go to the news here. Let's see, where was it? That was 1 day ago. Great protocol. FTX has $25 billion valuation. 11 hours ago. Guys, FTX and Solana are the same. They're not the same, but they are the same. So when you look at all the money behind this, look, Sam Bankman-Fried, what is his role with Solana? Do you know his official title?
Sam Bankman-Fried?
Yeah.
Homeless guy.
Homeless guy? Let's see.
He's the founder.
He's not the founder.
Of FTX.
Of FTX, but is he the founder of Solana?
Oh, no.
No, he's not the founder of Solana.
No.
What is his official role? He made a famous offer to buy it. He offered to buy it at some point. He is so big in Solana that he basically is, for all intents and purposes, the CEO. He's not, but he is. Major investor in Solana. Okay,
Yep.
so I want you guys to follow me here. I'm gonna take you guys down the track of why Solana is pumping so much, okay? Major investor in Solana. I don't know the number. I don't know how much he owns. I don't know how much he invests. But here we go. So we've got that story. Then we come over here. We look here, FTX, where he's the CEO. They just raised $400 $220 million. Following July, they raised nearly $1 billion. They've raised almost $1.5 billion in a couple months. Where do you think that money's going? It's going to marketing, and it's going to putting more money into Solana and into the ecosystem, right? So you see how this money flows from one project to another when you have one central figure that's playing both sides here. Sam Bankman-Fried goes both ways. There's no question about it. You agree?
Clip it. Yep.
Yeah, he definitely goes
100%.
both ways.
Did you see?
He goes FTX and he goes Solana.
Yeah, 420 million from how many investors?
69 investors.
So 420 and 69. All right.
And let me see if I can get. I've got some information on some of those investors. You guys know I was asking about this the other day. I did get some information back on that. Let's see. Also, here's a little more about the bank stuff I was talking about with Canada. Canadian banks are not just an inroad to the U.S., but also significant players within the financial cartel. With the respective market size of the world's 60 largest banks, 5 largest Canadian banks rank. It's not number 5, it's number 11. I got the number confused. Rank 11, 14, 23, 35, and 44. Goldman Sachs is 15th. So number 1 Canadian bank actually above Goldman Sachs. Think about that. And also the Canada's central bank, or the Bank of Canada, is a member of the international IMF, BIS, CBDC advisory, and working group. So how about that? And if you didn't know, they're actually working with Ripple. So there's some information on that. The latest $420 million funding round was Series B1, which included 69 investors, including the Ontario Teachers Pension Plan Board, Temasek, which you love Temasek.
Oh, gosh.
BlackRock, Tiger Global, and Sequoia. The previous $900 million in July was Temasek, Sequoia Capital, SoftBank, Van Eck, Circle, and here's my favorite one, Coinbase Ventures.
Well, yeah.
Investing in FTX.
If Temasek
Coinbase Ventures.
Yeah. Jeez.
The individual billionaires, I think one's name was Alan Howard, if I remember correctly, simply hedge fund company owners. He owns a hedge fund. That's why it listed him as an individual one. Canadian Teachers has $225 billion in assets under management. They align their investments with Sequoia and BlackRock. Sequoia and BlackRock are really the two main hedge funds.
Yeah.
And venture capital funds and things like that. So there's some more information on that for you guys. You only get that information here. Nobody else has that information. So, all right, let's move on here.
Yeah. Real quick, talking about information that you get on this channel changes your life, and we want to hear about it.
That's right. You want to put the email?
It's been
there
pinned.
it is.
Yeah, it's been pinned the whole time.
Have we gotten some emails?
I haven't checked this morning, but we didn't have any yesterday.
Squad stories at bitboycrypto.com. There you guys go. I got a lot of people requesting to send stuff in. So we should probably do a Twitter post or something like that. Put it out there. So there it is. You guys can see the pinned comment on YouTube on the chat. You guys want to send in some stories about how this channel has changed your life.
A video.
Send in a video about how it's changed your life. Just a little phone record video. You guys know how to do it.
You know.
All right, here we go. Polygon. Well, you had more?
No, you're good.
I know I'm good, but did you have more?
No.
Somebody said a phantom baby. Is that like a baby ghost?
How does that work?
Wow.
Like Casper?
Casper. Definitely Casper. Polygon dodges $850 million hack, pays record $2 million bounty. That's the way to do it.
Wow.
That's the way to do it. Team behind the Polygon protocol has paid out a record $2 million bounty to a white hat hacker. I don't care what kind of hat they're wearing. Who discovered a critical vulnerability. Polygon, a scalability solution for Ethereum, has awarded a $2 million bounty. It put $850 million in capital at risk, according to the bug bounty and security services platform Immunify, which hosts Polygon's bounty program. This is the highest bounty ever paid in the world of DeFi. The vulnerability found by Gerhard Wagner in the Polygon Plasma Bridge on October 5th allowed an attacker to exit their burn transaction from the bridge multiple times, up to 223 times, according to a post-mortem shared with Decrypt. We love Decrypt, by the way. This is my favorite publication. That's why I try to use at least one story from Decrypt every night on my crypto wrap-up. Having just $100,000, which with which to launch an attack would result in a loss of $22.3 million, or a combined total of approximately $850 million for a full string of attacks. It took Polygon 30 minutes to begin fixing the issue. After the white hat hacker submitted the vulnerability, the bug has since been promptly patched with no user funds lost. We congratulate Gerhard for his fantastic work and excellent report. Appreciate the swift response, subsequent fix, and fast payout from Polygon. Let's see. Poly launched its bounty program on Immunify. Here's an interesting question. I mean, do you feel like when it comes to them doing this, I mean, does this almost open them up to like new vulnerabilities, you know, when you offer this much money for people to dig in and find stuff? Because if somebody finds something, they don't have to turn it into the bounty program, right? Even if they can't do it at that moment, if they know in the future with whatever the next upgrade is, they could use that vulnerability. Why wouldn't they just use it to attack?
Yeah, it's a fair comment. That's fair.
You know, sometimes I feel like these bug bounty programs, they encourage these exploits in a way. So
yeah, but that community is really small. Like the other hackers know who the other hackers are. So maybe I don't know. If you're a friend of crypto, why would you want to take down Polygon?
Well, right, but not all those guys are friends of crypto.
You're totally right.
You know, look, Gerhard, we love Gerhard Wagner. We love this guy. I think this is good, beneficial.
Yeah.
But why do they want me to say win, 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 win?
I don't know. But we should move on. We're almost out of time.
We're almost out of time.
Yeah. You got a lot to say about this next subject. I can promise you that.
You want to go ahead and move on to it?
Well, I feel like Polygon.
I don't have anything else to say about Polygon unless you do.
No. I own some. So there you go.
We own a lot of Polygon. We like it.
Did we give a Polygon prediction? Did you do that?
Yeah, we already did it earlier.
Okay, my bad.
So like $8 to $10 probably.
I was blocking like 50.
Is 35,000 XRP enough to be life changing? I mean, it depends on how much you want to change your life. I think it's going to ultimately end up around $25 to $30, maybe in the next cycle, maybe,
yep.
You know, after the IPO. So you do that math. I don't know what that is. What's 35,000 times 30?
Check the
like almost
chart.
$1 million. Is that right?
Yeah.
900,000. I mean, that'll change most people's lives, I believe. So,
all right.
What were you going to say?
People were saying check the Phantom chart.
Check the Phantom chart. Okay, sure. We can check it out. A lot of people said, "Why do I not own Phantom?" Somebody said, "What?" See, this is just a good example. Yeah, look at that. That's just last 24 hours. Oof. This is a good example of how, as a content creator in crypto, you're in a no-win situation. If I make a video about a coin that we hold a lot of coins in, then it's, oh, he's a shiller. He only talks about projects that he has money in. When I do favorable videos on Phantom, which we actually own basically none of, it's, if you believed in it, why don't you have all the money? Yep. You know, it's just like they put you in between a rock. You can't win with trolls on the internet. But Phantom is a project that we also would be looking to accumulate in the bear market because we have missed this one. Same thing, Terra, we missed. FTT, we missed. These are projects we missed. We probably need more Theta, right? These are ones that we felt like we need to accumulate more in the bear market. And, you know, we missed this one, guys. We whiffed it. But that doesn't mean it's not a great project, right? That doesn't mean that we're not favorable on what's happening. And it just means we missed it. And we're smart enough to recognize when we miss stuff. So look at that Phantom chart. It's exploding right now. I mean, this is got to be its all-time high.
Jeez.
Yeah, a new all-time high of, $2.52. Look at that.
Wow.
And it's crushing Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. It's up 13% against both. So very, very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Somebody said breath, Ben. Breath. I think he meant breathe.
Have breath.
I look like Teddy Rupskin. I love Teddy Rupskin. Did you have one when you were a kid? Do you even know what that is?
Yeah, I know. Well, I had a My Pet Monster.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever get the video that came with it?
Yeah.
Yes. I loved My Pet Monster. That was, I had two toys as a kid that I carried around everywhere. And my grandpa would always be like, why are you carrying around them dolls? I'm like, it's a toy, Pop. It's a toy. One was a Roger Rabbit. I had a Roger Rabbit that I carried around, and you would pull the string and he'd say, I just flew in and boy, oh, my arm's tired. My pop didn't think that was a funny joke. I tried to tell him it was really funny. He said it was a doll. I liked it. And then I had the My Pet Monster. It had the handcuffs on it. Remember that?
Yeah.
The orange handcuffs?
Yeah.
Cool, man. Yeah, that's good stuff. Came with the video. I remember checking that out. Okay. All right. Shannon Sharp says her favorite was the robot called My Pet Petster.
What?
Never
That's
heard.
not real.
I gotta look.
That's some Canadian knockoff. Let's see. All right, hang on. I'm going to take it off the screen because I don't know what we're going to get.
My Pet Petster? I don't see it. It's not on here.
No. The robot cat called My Pet Petster.
Oh, this said My Pet. It corrected to My Pet Poster. My Pet Petster. Petster.
Folks, this is the quality crypto content that you asked for.
Pester? I can't find it. I can't find it, Shannon. I wanted to see it so bad. But look what I did find. First of all, I found a picture of Jesus with a corgi. Looks like a Shiba.
I kind of want that.
And I also found a picture of Jamie Lee Curtis.
Gosh.
You can buy this vintage Jamie Lee Curtis for $20 on eBay if you guys want this.
What a smoke show.
All right. Okay.
Let's get out of here.
WorldCoin. Where are we at here?
Boy,
Sam Altman's WorldCoin unveils hardware that will scan your eyeballs for crypto. No names, no addresses, just eyeballs. Is this MC Escher? This is MC Escher right here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's My Pet Monster.
Yeah, that's
what we were talking about. Clint Perry says we need to move on. Here we are. We've moved. WorldCoin is built as a new global crypto. To get a free share, you have to show the orb to your eyes. This is so insane.
No.
This is so insane. Did we ever on Twitter put the new post for the meetup? Here it is, guys. Yeah, we have a pinned post here. And this is for our crypto meetup. It's at the Venetian, Friday, November 5th. The Venetian is my hotel of choice. I always stay at the Venetian. So if you ever hear I'm going to Las Vegas, if you want to, scam me or scam everybody else, you want to be at the hotel, play in the poker room. But I'll be mostly playing at the Rio for the World Series Poker. You guys can hit me up here at the Venetian. Dimitri's my guy there. I love he actually recognized me before anybody else did. He's one of the first people that ever recognized me and gave me good stuff. So, gave me a tour. We got to go see the back of the where the big ballers play and stuff like that. So you gotta check it out. Friday, November 5th, 6 to 9 p.m. My wife will be there. So if you guys want to come meet the wife, she'll be there as well. Free admission, as always. We do free stuff. So Sirius Foundation, same project that sponsored our last meetup, is sponsoring this meetup as well. So you guys don't know, it costs a lot of money for us to put these on, anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000. We do it just for the community because we love you guys. We probably won't have any merch at this one because it's a plane ride, so I don't think we'll be bringing shirts and stuff out there like we did at the last one. Maybe we'll figure something out. That was a cool idea. A lot of people like that. Anyways, okay, so here we go. The digital world runs on eyeballs. Nearly every website you visit competes for readers so they can monetize your attention via ads. And one of the main players in Silicon Valley tech scene who has helped make eyeballs so valuable thinks you should have another use too, thinks they should, to create crypto. This is so crazy. Here it is. Called the orb, the device takes an image of a person's eyes to determine that they're real, haven't already been scanned. Anyone familiar with the know your customer procedures of exchanges like Binance and Coinbase should recognize something in this process, but the purpose ostensibly isn't for KYC, but for digital ID. According to a WorldCoin blog post today, that image is translated into code so the picture doesn't need to be kept. Moreover, no other personal info is required, no name, no address, just your retina, please. Those who don't want to get scanned can still use WorldCoin, though they won't get pre-allotted free share. Here's a question, Nick. I think this is really interesting, okay? If someone would have told you, let's say before Cambridge Analytica happened, like let's go back further. Let's go like 2008. If somebody would have told you in 2008, they would have said, Nick, listen, Facebook wants to give you like some really cool stuff, like some ads or some stuff that you want, or let's just say it's cooler than ads. I don't know what it would be. If Facebook wants to give you something cool, all they need to know is like, where you shop. Would you have thought that was a huge deal?
No. I mean, back then I wasn't as adept.
And I agree. That's why everybody did it. They just handed over the data.
Yep.
Data, the new oil, yada, yada, yada. What is more important, though? Your eyeball or your data? Maybe this is a big deal and we don't realize it. Maybe handing off of our biometric data is, a lot of people would argue, way worse than where you shopped online at.
Yeah, 100%.
So this is a little weird to me. You know, I guess you probably feel the same, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking about NFTing some of my biometric data, like making a one of one.
Which body part of yours do I want to buy?
I mean, that's TBD, but I'll let you know. I may do 2 of 2 and give you one.
Perfect. WorldCoin says it signed up 25 operators who are running 30 orbs in 4 continents. It can get 50,000 on the marketplace in a year. So far, orb operators have not had to pay for orbs. They apply and they're selected. They receive an orb. This sounds like so futuristic.
This is weird.
I applied and I won an orb. Now check this out, though. The Series A, oh gosh, was led by none other than Andreessen Horowitz, which began funding Facebook when it still had one foot in college dorms. This is your answer right here. Digital Currency Group, Coinbase Ventures, and Multicoin are some of the others that have invested in WorldCoin, along with FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried, go Bankman, and LinkedIn co-founder Reid Hoffman. This is the scariest thing I've ever read on this channel.
Nothing to see here, folks.
Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see here. Andreessen Horowitz wants your eyeballs. But here's the truth, though. The fact that Coinbase Ventures is invested in this and all these other big groups means this is going to make it. This is going to make money, which means this project's going to flourish, which means we're all going to be handing over our eyeballs for crypto. I would give my right eye for crypto. They heard somebody say that, and they put that really into play here. Okay, let's move on here. Court orders SEC to answer Ripple's interrogatories. Never say that word right. It's a hard word to say. Ripple, however, has failed to bury the SEC in paperwork, with a judge granting the agency's motion for protection against unduly burdensome requests. Now, I think this is really interesting here because basically, okay, so here, let me lay this out to you guys, what this means, okay? You have the court and Sarah Netburn saying to the SEC, you have to answer these questions that Ripple has laid out. Then you have her throwing a bone to the SEC and saying, but you don't have to fill out the, 1 billion requests or whatever. I think it's 29,000 requests for paperwork that Ripple gave. Basically, they said it would take them like 4 months or something like that. I can't remember the exact date of working without breaks 24 hours a day to produce all the answers. So you don't have to do this. All you got to do, SEC, is you just got to answer these few questions that Ripple has. Now, what are these questions? These questions revolve around what in the Howey test has made the SEC decide that XRP should have been relegated as an investment contract. It's the basis of the entire case. If the SEC cannot come up with good answers to these questions, the case is over. There's no need to proceed because they can't justify the accusation against Ripple without a basis of what the accusation is. And that's basically what they're saying here. Magistrate Judge Netburn has ordered the SEC to answer Ripple's hotly contested interrogatories, which are meant to determine whether or not the plaintiff's contentions can be supported by facts. Does anything have to be supported by facts anymore?
No.
Thank you. The agency will have to specify why the company's XRP sales are investment contracts. The SEC's legal theory is not an excuse to avoid responding to defendant's factual inquiry, nor is it a basis to answer a different question than posed. I call that the runaround. In addition, the SEC will have to state whether it believes Ripple's efforts were key to boosting the price of XRP. However, Ripple's interrogatory about whether or not the XRP ledger was fully functional prior to the start of the securities offering has been denied for being too vague. Court agrees this interrogatory seeks relevant information, but defense interrogatory is too vague for the reasons identified by the SEC. But she did grant their motion for the protective order, not to respond to all unreasonably burdensome interrogatories. And there we go. Yeah, I was right on that. I said 29,000 is 29,947 requests. It would take 104 days without breaks or sleep. Poor SEC. Poor SEC. Earlier this week, the court also granted their motion to extend the discovery deadline to January 14th. I've told you that's not really that important, to be honest with you. Ripple CEO says the SEC helped Ethereum to overtake XRP as number 2 crypto. Now, if you didn't know this, I believe it was in 2018, XRP passed Ethereum for a couple weeks, actually. Maybe it was early 2019. The Ripple boss claims his company was unfairly treated, which has given Ethereum an edge. Now, look, I'm going to be honest. You guys know I am the supreme master and commander of the XRP army. You guys also know, like, I tell you how it is, right? To me, this, like, look, Ethereum is not a competitor to XRP. So it doesn't really matter who's number 2 and who's number 3 in the overall scheme of things. So I think this is kind of a weak argument from Corporal Brad here. What should I call him? Corporal Brad?
Yeah, someone said Brad Garlic Bread, but
no. You know what? I'm going to start calling him the number 2 most important person in XRP. He's been airing his thoughts over the state of the crypto market and regulations, and a grudge over the financial regulators' approach to Ethereum appears to have surfaced. We start calling him number 2. Isn't that from Austin Powers, number 2?
Yeah.
Brad Garlinghouse, number 2.
How about no?
Hey, how about when saying Austin Powers movie lines was like funny?
It's never not been funny.
Oh, it's not funny anymore. Okay, not funny. Okay, so speaking of the DC fintech, Ripple boss declared that Ethereum had been granted regulatory green light now that enabled it to surpass his company's XRP token. Well, Ethereum was, number 2 for a while. But I guess before Ethereum was around, maybe XRP was number 2. I can't remember. Well, we can go back and we can look. Let's actually do that. Let's see. CoinMarketCap.com historical chart, historical data. Okay, and let's go to, here it is, the history.
Yeah, we're at 5,300 likes.
5,300 likes. We did pretty good. Let's go to, let's see, it debuted in 2015. So let's go to here. Yeah, okay. So I guess what he's saying is, he's saying that basically, look at that, the market cap was only $3 billion for Bitcoin at that time.
Wow.
What he's saying is before, I think it debuted in May of 2015. Maybe it was December. Saying that basically before Ethereum debuted, XRP was here. XRP could have remained number 2, but when it came out, then the SEC said it's not a security, and they didn't give XRP that same, that same label. It allowed Ethereum to rise up and pass XRP. So that's kind of the time range he was talking in. Within the last few years, XRP was the second most digital asset, valuable. As it became clear, SEC had given a hall pass to ETH. ETH obviously has kind of exploded, and the clarity has helped. So he's really just saying that the clarity helped. So, I mean, you can't really argue with him on that. I think that's definitely true.
Nope.
The Associated Press, we talked about this yesterday.
Yeah.
Associated Press taps Chainlink to provide untamperable news data. The AP has partnered with Chainlink to provide verifiable news data. Now, here's the question. Can this actually stop fake news? Because
yeah.
What really is a verifiable source?
Well, if they are pulling the data, if the data is going straight from the voting machines,
but what's the data? Like,
yeah,
like witness discussions,
yeah,
or expert commentaries. Like, these are not data, right?
No, well, the data that they're going to pull is, I think, weather data, sports stories, and election data. So as reports are coming in, instead of it going into like an Excel spreadsheet from different counties or whatever, it goes to Chainlink.
Let's see. Associated Press, collection of over 1,300 newspapers and broadcasters moving into decentralized news and publishing. They announced a partnership with Chainlink Labs, and the AP is now launching its own Chainlink node to provide data to blockchain services. Starting November 2nd, so this is quick. AP says it will use Chainlink to automate actions that happen on chain. And look, as we're getting closer to the end of this bull run, now we're seeing Chainlink, continue to do some massive things like partner with the AP. This could be part of the narrative, no pun intended here, that could continue Chainlink to go up during the bear market as we saw in the last bear market. So very interesting. All of that will now be cryptographically signed to verify the data comes from the AP. Smart contracts need simple binary data in order to decide whether conditions are met in order to execute themselves. Well, we definitely don't want them to execute themselves.
No.
It's very sad. Since 2020, AP has used blockchain to publish so-called tamper-proof news, such as the AP's projection that Brandon would be the next president of the United States, as reported by Decrypt in November 2020. AP's partnered with Everpedia blockchain company that runs a decentralized encyclopedia to provide verifiable election results in the age of misinformation. But I mean, this gets we can't really get into that conversation.
Moving right along.
Yeah, moving right along. Don't want to get the channel banned. Anything can be published with a blockchain, said Desaulniers, but I think it makes a substantial difference when developers see the data coming from a source like the AP, which has been in business for 175 years. Yeah, because the amount of time that you've been in business definitely equates to honesty. Am I right?
I mean, Wells Fargo's been around for 200, right? They're very trustworthy.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We had such a good positive experience with Chainlink during the last E word. I don't even want to say that word. It just made total sense to work with them again because I just think they're the best at what they do. Let's see. They think of the AP as the mother of all DAOs. They think higher of themselves than I think of myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's really incredible. Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. Well, we've gone a little bit over today. We got to get off the show. We'll end it here. Guys, have a great weekend. I'm not on Around the Blockchain today, I don't think. Did we ever get that worked out? We haven't talked to him yet. Oh, he can. Okay, great. So I'll be taking the afternoon off today, guys. So appreciate you guys. Oh, they're going live. So real quick, before we get off the air here and I say my goodbyes, don't forget to head on over to the YouTube channel, BitBoy Crypto here, as you can see on the screen.
Oh, yes, on the screen.
On the screen. You guys head on down here. Make sure to subscribe to Hit Network and New Money Gang. These are our two other channels. If you go to New Money Gang, Hit Network obviously is our behind the scenes. They're going to be going live on this channel in just a few minutes. So if you guys head on over to New Money Gang, subscribe. They'll be live here in just a few minutes, and you guys can talk to Brian and Justin. Brian getting ready to go to the F1 race, and Frank going to the F1 race in Austin this weekend. So pretty fun stuff. All right, guys, that's all I got. Love you. Be blessed.